Take this message about something that is a big I want to say, I don't know the word I want to use. Is a big quote unquote a big deal in the black community, should I say? Right? And like I said, a lot of these videos that I'm gonna make on this channel is gonna be focused on the black community because we got to get ourselves together. But I mean, anybody can listen to it. I'm thankful for anybody who view the channel. God bless you, and I thank you for listening to what I gotta say. But this one here gonna be a little bit different. Um, and I might make a series about this, but right now I've just got one video on the top of my head that I want to speak about. And even though this video is for the black community, um, it's not for everybody in the black community. I want to be clear on that. I want to be perfectly clear on that before I move forward. But what I want to talk about today is your appearance. A lot of time in our community, a lot of people in our community, and I want to be clear before I say the next thing. If you then did whatever you do, whatever it is that you do to accumulate money, and you accumulate funds, and you want to buy whatever you want to buy, whether it be cosmetic surgery, whether it be hair, weave, whether it be designer clothes, whatever it be, man, woman, whatever it be, you entitled to do that. It's not a law. You're not breaking the law. You're not going against God. You're not sinning because you wear designer clothes, or you do certain things like BBls and all that. Well, I don't feel like that's sinning. That's something you have to take to the Lord. I don't feel like it's a sin. But I mean, altering your body. But that's a whole nother story. That's not what this video about. So we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Um, and the reason why I say this not for everybody, because some people, if you a person who, you got a career, and it depends on what kind of career you got, because that's what I'm about to speak on. But say for instance, you may be a nurse or a doctor, or certain little things like that, maybe even a school teacher or something like that, then this really probably ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can listen to it and pass it to somebody you know or whatever, but I'm speaking to I'm speaking to the people that's in finance, um, the health and wellness coaches, the life coaches, the realtors, people that's gonna pretty much be networking. That's basically who I'm talking about. People who gonna be pretty much networking, and they advertisement is basically at the offset themselves, right? Um, I seen a study that said that women who are fit and beautiful tend to sell more houses than a woman who is overweight, right? And reason why I'm speaking on this is because in the black community, BBLs is big for women, and the women who do get the BBL, the women who don't get them, they tend to demonize them and talk about them and say, hey, all this, that, and the third, why you didn't go get it natural, or you doing that for a man, or whatever they like to say. And all those things may be true, may or may not be true. I don't know. And a lot of time when you rock designer, whether you be a man or woman in the black community, people tend to just don't like you for some odd reason. I don't know why. I can't answer it, but I know this for a fact because that's pretty much all I wear. And people just seem to just not like you. Now you might get people from the opposite sex. If you're a man, women gonna tend to be drawn to you sometimes, and if you're a woman, men gonna be tend to drawn to you sometimes because of that designer. But a lot of people gonna be like, oh, because they got design on, they think they too much, or this, that, and the third. But I want to break that down in this video. When you in a world and you got one of those titles that I said before, you're a life coach, you're a health and wellness coach, you a realtor, let's see, you in finance, mean you're a financial, you help people invest, people coming to your bank or your branch or whatever. When I go to a bank, and I want to be clear here, I'm not fat shaming nobody. I actually like big women. I date big women. But I'm saying, if I go into a bank, for example, or if I go into a realtor, wherever I go, people is tend to be more prone to approaching a beautiful, handsome, well dressed person. So, for example, and this, like I say, this is me, but this is studies that just showed this. If I'm going to look for a house and I walk into one of these places, a realtor, a real estate marketplace, and I go into one of these places and I don't know nobody. I'm not going there to speak to no specific person. The first beautiful face, fit woman, I'ma automatically gravitate to her. It's just natural. It's just natural. Like I say, it's not nothing against big women. I like big women. I date big women, but I'm just gonna naturally gravitate um to the bigger woman. I've met people. I remember in 2020 I was going to Florida a lot for Trump banquets. I mean for Trump rallies, and sometimes they would have after party banquets and things like that. And I've met all kind of people. I've got opportunities. I've got approached by all kind of different people because the way that I dress, they don't know who I am, but the way that I dress automatically makes them feel that I'm somebody important, whether I am or I'm not. And so, a lot of times people will, especially, and then for me, another thing for me, by me being from a smaller town, from a real small town, and most people don't really, that's just not a big thing in those smaller, because I'm from a real, like, small town. And you dress like that, and people automatically think you arrogant. They automatically they think that you better than them, which is really how they feel about themselves, and they project it off into you. And the few women out there that may get BBLs or get cosmetic surgery, they get judged. Oh, she this, she that. And sometimes and sometimes it might not be for the thing that I said. Sometimes people just want to look better. They want their body to look better, and they don't want to go to the gym. Which is, I would for that situation, me, because I see men getting cosmetic surgery now. Like, I would never do that. I would go get it the right way. But men bodies and women bodies is different, right? But that's not here or there. Like I say, when you on your way in the world, or you already up in the world, people address you how you dress, and they deal with you on how you look. And for women, it's kind of a double whammy, because, and even really, and I'm not even gonna really say that, because it's the same thing of the opposite sex. I feel, I could be wrong about this because I'm not a woman, so this is something that I can't make factual. Women, comment in the bottom, comment in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this. Women, or they if they go into somewhere and they about to do business, I'm pretty sure that they would approach the more handsome, fit guy versus the overweight guy. But I could be wrong about that because I'm not a woman. I don't know. Like, for me, my teeth is something that I'm about to invest in. And the reason why I'm investing my smile is because I want the pearly white, beautiful smile. Because as a person who goes around speaking, and as a person who is a life coach, and as a person who deal with a lot of public relations and in the public eye a lot, I want to be able to open my mouth with confidence. Which, I'm not saying that I don't open it with confidence now, but I'm 35 years old, so my teeth ain't as white as I would like them to be, or as straight as I would like them to be. So I'm going to invest in the smile because I understand how important appearance is. When you networking and you trying to come up in the world, like I said, you already up in the world, and you just feel like I can put anything on and go to these banquets, or I can put anything on and go to these seminars. People just people gonna look over you, and you, not saying you not valuable. You might be a gem, but people gonna look over you. They gonna look over you, and they gonna want to network with somebody who look like money already. This is why you'll see these dudes make these commercials on YouTube, telling you to sign up for their seminar, this, that, and the third, and they'll have all these exotic cars. And sometimes people say they rent it. I don't know. I don't care. But when you see that, they look like success. So by them looking like success, you would be surprised how much money they generate by people investing into their seminars or their courses or whatever it is, because they look like success. If they was on there with a Toyota telling you to invest in their seminar, you probably would click skip and wouldn't think about investing into them. So I made this video for people to understand that don't always judge women because they get a BBL, because you don't know why they getting this BBL. They might be getting a BBL because they trying to, move up in the world, and they know that being more fit and taking care of their body. And like I say, I always tell people, look, invest into your smile. If you can, get veneers. Make sure you have a beautiful smile, because you want to, smiling is something that you want to always do. Anytime you networking with anybody, even if it's somebody that you having a conversation with at say a seminar that you disagree with, you want to always be smiling. You want to always have that smiling energy, that welcoming, comfortable, warm energy that is insinuated with a beautiful smile. So always invest in your smile. Invest in your gym membership. Keep your body in shape. Invest into your clothes, because how you look, how if or if not you in shape, how you dress, what you put on does matter. It does matter. It does matter, especially when you're dealing with other black people, because other black people understand the worth of these things, which is everybody understanding. But I'm just saying, because some people might say, well, I'm not really worried about dealing with just black people. I'm worried about dealing with the other people, or I'm worried about dealing with anybody. As a matter of fact, I was talking to a guy. I remember I was talking to a guy a while back. This is just another thing, just kind of a little simple. And he was telling me that if he was getting somebody to work on his house, construction-wise, whether it's painting, doing drywall, whatever, he said he would rather the guy who pull up in a nice truck versus a guy who pull up in an old Sanford and Son truck. I say, why is that? And he said, because the guy that pull up in a big nice truck shows me that he's success. He speaks by his new truck speaks success. The guy that pull up in the old work truck, hey, that might just be the work truck. He might have Mercedes at the house. But I mean, you should take care when you're dealing with business, any kind of business, where you networking and you got to speak with other people because you your own brand. You want to be in shape. You want to look good. You want to smell good. You want to dress well. Because going back to the designer clothing, it might not have to even be designer. You want to invest in you some expensive, nice suits, some dress suits. You want to look present. You don't want to just be wearing no all raggedy, cheap stuff from Fashion Nova or Walmart and looking all shabby. You want to look like money. You want to smell like money. And I always tell people about the designer clothing. Designer clothing, people say it's expensive, but I feel as though you can save money over the years, because I've bought so many designer shirts and they be $200, $300 sometimes. But guess what? When you buy one of those shirts, they last forever. They don't fade. They don't shrink. Nothing happens to them. Whereas if you go buy a shirt from Walmart or say somewhere, you have to continue to buy a shirt again. I got designer shirts from 2019. And if you see them, you'll think that they never been worn. They still, and the same thing with the shoes, the pants, everything about thing that you spend that's expensive, it's expensive for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, like I say, invest in your body. You know what I'm saying? If you somebody who, just like strippers, you don't see strippers going to the strip club overweight. They make sure they in shape, or they get surgery because they selling a product that people want to buy, so they invest. You got to invest in your appearance. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you somebody who don't have that type of person, you really not good with fashion, you really not all that to the point where you know how to put things together, get an image consultant, get a stylist. You don't have to keep them for long, but people invest in all this. The people in the world who make money, and I deal with so many of them, these people invest in these type of things because they understand the importance of how you dress, you will be addressed, right? I'm not pulling up to I'm not pulling up to no billionaire house or no millionaire house when I'm trying to discuss him and how I'm trying to sell him a piece of my company and him to invest in my company, and I pull up to his house in a Toyota Corolla and jump out the car with a with some whatever the Walmart brand. I'm not doing that. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm gonna approach him because I know he got, even if I don't got it at the moment, even if I just say, let's just say, because you know the old saying, fake it till you make it. Even if I don't got it to the moment, I spend whatever I got, if it's my last, on design or rental. A rental, I might be out of town, and I spend that $1,200 a day to pull up in that McLaren 720 to this millionaire house, because that tells him that I'm about money. I'm about money, and I'm trying to get him into invest into my company, invest into my vision, and I need him to understand and respect that I'm about money, and I'm about looking good, smelling good, and presenting myself well. Presentation is everything. And so I just want this message to sit on some of y'all hearts and let y'all stew on it. So when you think about saying, well, that person wear that person got design on to stun on other people. Well, maybe that be the case sometime. Or that person gonna get a BBL for niggas, or to keep a man. I mean, I don't mean to say the N word. To keep a man, or to get a man to give her. You never know what this young lady is, because I know multiple young ladies who is not strippers, who is not hoes, who don't have OnlyFans, but they realtors, and they keep their body in shape. And maybe some of them, they had, one too many children, and so they're a little out of weight. So they go to get cosmetic surgery and get their body presentable. And once you get your body presentable, you get you a gym membership and keep it presentable. You know what I'm saying? I know some brothers who they didn't invest in their smile. They invest in putting on designer clothes, and and that's just what it is, and that's just my thing on it. So you never know what somebody got planned and why they dress a certain way. Cause man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm being honest with you, man. I done been places, man. I done been places, bro, in the airport, and then met people and was able to network with people and able to get opportunities and get people to invest in my vision just from the way that I dress. Sometimes they even approach me. You know what I'm saying? So the way you dress, the way you keep your body in shape does matter if you're in the world of networking. If you just somebody who you ain't, you got a career, you ain't. I'm talking to the people who networking and who trying to, and who basically are walking business. They own business walking. Whether they trying to network with people, just the same thing going back to like a fitness instructor. I never seen an overweight fitness instructor. Nobody not gonna believe in you and letting you tell them about getting themselves in shape if you overweight. So, you always want to be presentable, man. And if you want to get to the money, and you a walking business, you a health and wellness coach, you a life coach, you a realtor, you over a bank branch, you work in finance, whatever you off into, understand that if you depending on other people to support you, you gotta look, dress, smell like money, and be in shape. So I just want y'all to take this and see how it could help your life and what you off into, and maybe you off into some of these things that I just said, and you wondering why maybe you're not getting as much attention as you need. Let this thing, what I just said, apply to your life. And if you're not somebody who's big on fashion, or if you're not somebody who got the finances right now to get cosmetic surgery or buy these type of clothes, go to Ross. I love Ross. I love Burlington. They don't have designer clothes, but they have nice clothes that a lot of time you can find all kind of good finds over there. Or just get you a stylist or image consultant, because they gonna tell you the stuff that I'm telling you. They gonna ask you what profession is you in. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they gonna let you know how you should dress to get more business in that particular profession. So God bless y'all, and thank y'all for listening to me.